What's up, Twitch and YouTube? Welcome to another episode of Around the Gjallarhorn. My name's Murphy D. I'm sitting down here with my guy NickOCinco, the late night Twitch demon, the Madden money game master, one of my favorite streamers on the platform, to be honest, and somebody that I've been following for a long time on his channel. Somebody that I feel like started streaming around the same time that I did, so we kind of came up in it together, and he's doing amazing things on Twitch. Nick, thank you so much for taking time out of your football Sunday to come on here on the podcast and hang out for a little bit and have a conversation, man. I'm really excited to have you on. Appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. I'm stoked. I've been watching them lately with everybody else, so I'm happy that I'm in the driver's seat on this one. I'm stoked for it, dude.
Absolutely. Hey, the pleasure's all mine, man. Like, I say this at the beginning of almost every podcast, but like the one goal I have for this podcast is to only have streamers on here that I think are better than me at streaming. So far, I'm 9 for 9 now. I try to get streamers that I kind of like enjoy watching, guys that like I find entertaining, because if I find them, I feel like I have impeccable taste when it comes to streamers. So, why would I have somebody on the show that I don't think is going to be a great, entertaining product? And you certainly are that, man. So many times, like, it's funny because you're a late night demon. We'll get into that a little bit as the podcast goes on. But the time that I'm able to catch you is I wake up like 5:30 in the morning normally, and you're like at the tail end of your stream at that point. So I normally catch the sloppiest end, like the last 2 hours of your stream almost every day before work. So you've been going at it, doing an all nighter. Like how have you found? Well, first of all, before we get into that though, I want to talk about like before you got onto Twitch. So you're from Iowa, is that correct? Is that where you're originally from?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Still here.
born and raised, still there. Tell me about Iowa. What's it like growing up in Iowa?
It's cool, man. I like in chat. I always dog it just because like I think I gotta speak it into existence to like leave because I gotta go. But it's like a dope place. I honestly like it's. I think it's more for me is everywhere I go, I know somebody. I can't go to like I can't go to anywhere. Like it doesn't matter. I can go to the gas station at a different side of town and I still find someone I know and I'll say what up to. So like I'm just ready to not know nobody anymore, I guess. But like it's nice though. Like I mean the weather kind of sucks. Like I'm sick right now because like it's so hot in my apartment. But like I crack my windows, so like I got like this stuffy. You know what I mean? I was like, of course I'm gonna be on a podcast and be like hacking up a lung. So sorry, man. I'm not trying to. But
No, you sound good, man. You're sounding crisp.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I was sick a couple weeks ago too. The changing of the seasons is nasty here. Up in Canada, you get like it gets brutal pretty early. But yeah, so you're from a like fairly small town. Would you say like where you're living at now? It's like
No, it's a big one. It's a big one. It's like it's Cedar Rapids, so it's probably like it's Des Moines, our capital, and then like it's probably us, I think, unless I'm being stupid. I'm pretty sure we're the second biggest. And like I grew up kind of like everybody thinks of it as like country and all that, but like I kind of grew up like in I guess kind of like not in the hood. Like it's not the hood.
Yeah.
That's not the right way to put it, but like not in the best part of the town. Probably like out of any part of Cedar Rapids, I probably lived in like the worst spot.
Yeah.
So like so I got a little different view of like CR than or like Iowa than like what you would think of from like you living in Canada, you know what I'm saying? Like you probably think of Iowa as like corn and all that shit, which it is, but like
100%.
not really where I was at, you know what I mean? So
Yeah, and I think I was talking to somebody about this, like Iowa. When I think of Field of Dreams, was that in Iowa? Yeah, like that's what I'm thinking of. The big house on the farmstead, but that's not your experience growing up. You didn't grow up like working on a farm and like out there with a whole bunch of land. You were kind of like in the inner city or whatever of Cedar Rapids where you grew up. And
100%.
Yeah, but it's interesting though. You said that it's still got like a real community feel. Like there's no anonymity there. It's like you got connections all over the city. You can't go anywhere without everybody knowing your business, basically.
No, it's crazy. It really is.
Yeah, and so like when you were growing up, and even just the time before you started streaming. So like were you ever big into sports? Like growing up is football, baseball, anything like that? Like what sports did you play when you were in high school?
I played pretty much. I had to catch. Well, that's the thing with Iowa is like you get everybody's a multi-sport athlete because what else are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Like, so I ran track, I played football, baseball, and then like I wrestled up until I was like I don't know, like 14, I think.
Yeah.
So like pretty much I always stayed busy until I stopped wrestling. Then I had the winter off, which that's fine because I just got big. I just bulked for like football, and then I'd slim down a little bit. But like, yeah, dude, I played football. That's what I was like really good at, football and track, because like I got little legs. So, like I was good at like 60 meters and 100 meters, and then after that I was good.
Oh, so were you a sprinter when you were running track, like mostly like 100, 200, that kind of thing?
Yeah. My coach put me on a 400 one time, and he knew I didn't like it, and like I was in the dog pound for this for a little while, but like we did a 400, which that's all the way around. I can't, like that's just not me. So I started waving to my buddies in the crowd. when I was at like
Yeah.
250, like 300 meters in. And I remember like looking at my coach when I was like on the last 100, and he was so mad. He was this big, tall, like old dude with a mustache. And
Yeah.
he was just looking at me like, dude, you are never, ever running a 400 again. And I was like, I told you, don't put me in a 400. Like, I don't know
Yeah,
what to tell you.
I honestly don't think I could survive a 400 right now. I used to do
No.
800 meter was like for some reason I was good at 800. I don't know why. It's like
Really?
it's not long distance. Long distance I couldn't do. Sprinting I didn't have the jets for it, but like the 800 was my go-to. And then once I got to high school, I couldn't do shit. That was in elementary school. I was the 800 meter champion, and then I got heavy set. You know, then I started bulking up for football, and the running
Yeah.
days were over. I was a javelin dude when I was in high school, which is a
Uh-huh.
complete joke. You know, you sit in a lawn chair, you know, watch the other guys throw the javelin around. You get a couple
Yeah.
days off school every year. It was, you know,
Yeah.
it was a good setup. But when
You're
you
the
were playing,
thrower.
yeah, exactly. Oh, throwers are a joke. They're not athletes. They're just guys who want to, you know, participate and you know get out of English class like a couple times a
Yeah.
month. So,
Yeah.
but it was fun. But so what about football? What positions would you have played?
So my team, first and foremost, my team was horrible, but like we had like two or three people that were good. Like, so it was I wasn't the best dude on the squad, but like I was like the second or third. Like, you know, I scored a lot because I was just good in like the red zone. So
Yeah,
I played for the most part I was a running back, which hindsight bias, I probably should have played like a little slot receiver or
yeah,
something. Like I wasn't really big enough for that at the time. I got
yeah.
way bigger like when I was done playing football, which I mean I guess that makes sense. The older you get, all that blah blah
Oh
blah.
yeah.
But so I played running back, and then I was a kick and punt return. That's what I was like really good at. That's like what I actually got. Like I didn't get a scholarship for that, but like I played football for like a semester, like in my freshman year of college, and I was just a punt and kick returner. 'Cause
Oh, that's
I'm a
awesome.
little scat back type dude. And then on
Yeah.
defense, my defensive story was like a shamble, to be honest. I was so good at defense my whole life until I got
Yeah.
like onto varsity. In the first game, I played this dude that actually, you guys know Amara Darbo? I don't know if you know.
Sounds
He's an
familiar.
NFL player. He's in the NFL. He was in the
Yeah.
NFL. So we played him. Like he was
Yeah.
he was, and I was the slot corner. And like I was supposed, that was like my sophomore year, so I got bumped up for that game. And they're like, all right, let's see what this kid's got. So I was over here like ready to go.
Yeah.
This dude put up like 250 yards and like 3 touchdowns on me. Just roasted me in like the first 3 quarters. And this
Jeez.
guy was like 6'2", like they're 6'3". He's in the NFL. That's I mean
And
he
he's
played for
still
the
growing
Seahawks.
too. I bet you he's even taller now and
Yeah.
ridiculous. He was a
Yeah.
full-grown man in high school. Yeah.
Exactly. So I had to cover that guy on defense. And then after that, everybody was like, dude, this dude can't play defense.
Yeah.
Like, so I was like, all right, well, I don't know what to tell you guys. Like, I'm little. Like, I can't stop this man. Like,
Yeah, no shit. Like, yeah, like it's funny too. Like in high school, like with the athletes that will go on to like have success at a higher level, they really are like men amongst boys. Like I had a guy that I played with in high school, and I played a little bit of well, I played offensive line, and then I played outside linebacker, which is weird. I was like a very small offensive lineman, but like we're in Canada, it's not a super popular
Yeah,
sport
okay.
like it is down there. But
Sure.
the guy who played safety beside me was the first overall pick in the CFL draft, and like he his first time ever hopping on a field, he just dominated everybody. He didn't even know how to hold the football properly. You know, I've never had the athletic gifts. You know that I've never scored a touchdown, for example. I would love to know how that feels. I have dreams still when I'm in high school, except this time I'm playing wide receiver. You know, playing the scat back like you are and making big plays. But yeah. So and you still got to experience it at the higher level too. So what college did you go to?
Yeah,
Illinois?
it's co-college, so it's like a really small. It's like what everybody in Cedar Rapids goes to. If like
Yeah.
you're smart, like believe it or not, it probably is gonna. People are there's no way people are gonna be like no shot, but like I graduated with like a bunch of people.
Yeah.
I was like top like 40 in like GPA. I graduated high school with like a 3 like I think it was like a 3.9 GPA or something.
Woo! Dang.
So like believe it or not, like I'm not I'm not like I mean like I don't know how to I'm
Yeah.
not an idiot basically. Like I am a smart dude. Like I just
Oh yeah.
the way I like portray myself on the internet, I guess maybe you wouldn't assume that, but
That's it. Like I don't know. I'm not saying that I ever thought that you were an idiot. Like it's
No,
like
yeah.
it's good to know that you have that, like, you know, the book smarts when you apply yourself to it, but also
Yeah.
like you have the people smarts too, of like knowing how to talk to people, knowing how to be social, how to command people's attention, how to entertain. Like that's a whole nother, you know, level of intelligence too. So, you know, basically what you're kind of revealing here to me sounds like you're kind of like a Renaissance man, you know, like you could put yourself in any role and find a
Yeah.
way to be successful in it, which is, you know, something that I admire. Not everyone can do that, you know, like you know, bridge the gap between like the academic and also like just the working class, like average Joe world, you know. So that's a good skill set to have. Do you still like? So I know you're pretty active in the gym. I've seen some weight gain powder over there. I've seen some of your supplements on stream.
Yes, sir.
So are you still like pretty active like in the gym, like staying fit and whatnot?
Yeah, well, I mean, just recently, because like I was kind of saying a little bit before, like before we hopped on, like the stream's been kind of wild lately, right? Like it's been a
Oh
little
yeah,
crazy. It's been a little wild these past week or two. So like I've been really good with the gym as far as going. Like I go at least 3 times a week, no matter
yeah,
what.
nice.
But like, cause we have a football team in town for like if you're just a grown up and want to play ball. I
That's
think that'd be
sweet.
sweet if I'm just streaming and that's what I'm doing now. Like, why
Yeah,
not play a little ball? You know what I mean? Like that's what I love to do. That'd get
yeah,
all the energy out of my system, and then I could just roll into my stream like relaxed and like.
yeah.
I mean,
Come
I
in
think
with
it'd be
like a
really
hip
fun.
flexor injury and like bro, I'm telling you, like in my mid 20s, I thought we don't have those opportunities really in Canada, like for the adult leagues. Like it's just something
Yeah.
that we just don't have. I always thought that it would be cool because high school is like it's 4 years. Like it's such a brief period where you can play football unless you're
Right.
really good at it.
Uh-huh.
But now that I'm you're in your mid 20s, right? Like I'm in my 30s now. I can't
Yeah.
imagine strapping on the pads right now and going out there and playing out even like returning a kick or like literally getting out there and getting hit
Mhm.
by another human. I'd be dead.
I know.
It's yeah, but you're
It,
still
is it
you're still
like
in
I
shape.
don't know. Yeah, I'm trying to I'm fast right now. Like
Yeah,
we have like a little CrossFit where like my gym's at. Like I was running the other day and I'm still as fast as I was in high school. Like which
yeah,
isn't fast. I ran like I think what was it like a 4.79. Well, they clocked it at like a 4.7, 4.8. So
yeah,
the other day I ran like a 4.9. So I'm like I got a little slower, but like I'm also 100 almost 190 pounds now. Like I was like
yeah.
150 in high school. So like
Yeah, yeah.
it'd
Oh,
be
yeah.
fun to run
I
around.
did an offensive lineman camp once, and I ran a 40, and I don't remember the exact time, but it was definitely over 5. So I've never had the quicks. I've never been a burner by any means. But
It's hard.
that's awesome, man. Like
Yeah.
and so you get there 3 days a week still, and like you've got your supplements and stuff, but there's also supplements I see over your shoulder there, like that supplement your streaming. I'm seeing a lot of empty bottles over there. Is that some sort of a high performance protein drink or something that we're looking at over there, or what? You were
Dude.
also having some protein shots, I think, before you hopped on stream in Discord earlier.
That's
So
the I don't know how to describe that one. That's what that's the miracle of it all, ain't it? Like
yeah, yeah,
I believe it or not, like I hydrate a lot during the day. Like I got my little water to the side here. Like I
yeah,
pretty much hydrate and get my body right for like when I'm like, all right, it's drinking time. Like
yeah,
it's time to get going. Well, because I mean, you get off work. Say you get off work from the day, and
yeah,
what are you gonna do? Like me growing up, like everybody I was around, you drink a couple beers and you get off work. Like
yeah.
so,
It's
I mean,
nature's stress reliever. That's it right
yeah.
there. Yeah,
So I mean, I do my thing during the day, and then like my boot up time, like it's my job, so like
yeah,
it's boot up time, so let's have a few beers and kick it with the. And that's how I feel everybody feels like in my channel lately. It's like everybody's like we're just hanging out, like we got some
yeah,
people drinking, we got some people not. It doesn't really
yeah.
matter that you don't. I mean, you don't have to do that, obviously, but like we're just all hanging out together. So
Oh yeah, exactly. Why not, right? It's a social thing, and that's one thing. Your stream, like it does seem like the people I meet in your stream are cool people. Like I feel like some communities I wouldn't want to necessarily hold like a barbecue and meet a bunch of people in there, but your community I feel like I could mess with them. Like they're guys that are
yeah,
relatable,
uh-huh.
down to earth type people, and that's like a
Yeah,
credit to you because obviously. Down to earth people gravitate towards other down to earth people, and weirdos
yeah,
gravitate towards other weirdos. So,
exactly.
yeah, I think you've got a cool community over there. And before we kind of get into where the stream is at now, because it's going somewhere really exciting for you. Like, and like you said, it's your job. You look at it like it's
Mhm.
nighttime, the sun is down, it's time for me to get to work now. When
Right.
you first booted up streaming or first discovered Twitch, was that your goal to make it a job, or was it like how did it start out for you?
Oh, dude. This is a good one. Like I think
Yeah,
I've told this to a couple people, but like it's not really like. So I started streaming. So I lived with my ex-girlfriend, and like basically it was one of those like if you're watching a movie and like you have a nasty breakup in the middle of the
yeah.
movie, like that's what it was, dude. It was just like, oh my God, get me out of here. Like we had like 3 months left on our lease.
Oh
COVID
God,
hit.
yeah,
Like I was working, so like before I started streaming, like I was carrying boxes around all day. I worked in a warehouse, like.
yeah,
A dude like me is not. I'm supposed to be like a bartender or something, if anything.
yeah,
Like I need to be talking to people.
yeah, yeah,
Like this job would be like you go from point A to point B. You're lifting. I mean, the lifting part was fine because I like
yeah,
exercise.
yeah.
So I'm cool with
Exactly.
it. But like, dude, my back would hurt, or like my elbow, or like this dude lost his finger one time. Like he
Holy
was like
shit.
loading a trailer because like you got to load the trailer and ship them out or whatever. Like, I'm like, I don't want none of that to happen to me. Like, that's not, we're not doing this. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so I was like, you know, basically breaking up my girlfriend. I didn't really like my job. I ended up getting laid off anyway because of COVID. Like, they went to like a skeleton crew, and then like they gave me like some reason. They were like, no, like you're not, like you can't, we can't like keep you on no more.
It's all seniority based or something. Like the old guys got to keep their stuff, the young guys got shafted. Yeah.
And like, to be fair, I didn't work like that hard. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I didn't work that hard because like the job just sucked. It just wasn't like, you know what I mean? I was like, I don't want this.
The boxes will get moved eventually, whether you work hard or not. They're going to be gone by the end of the day, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and like, and then I you know, I'm a talker, so like I'm talking to, you know, oh, there's Murph. Oh, hey Murph, how we doing? And then I'm talking to you for 20 minutes. So like, then I'm not efficient. You know what I mean? So I was like, you know what? What am I gonna do? Like, my buddies my whole life are like, bro, you should be on YouTube. Like, why are you not like vlogging your life? I'm like, bro, my life is not that exciting. Like, you guys just think I'm funny. So like, I won class clown in high school. That's a I don't know if anybody knew. Like,
I can see it. I could definitely see that. Yeah.
Yeah. It was like graduating class like fucking 500 or something, and I got that one. So that was good. But that's just a little side note.
That's awesome.
But so I was just like, what am I going to do? Like, I'm not going to vlog my life because no one cares that much about what I'm doing. I go to like 3 places a day.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, I've always been like decent at Madden, and I thought I was the best. Like, before I hopped on the internet, I thought I was like literally the best Madden player.
Oh yeah, from your group of friends playing in the basement, right? Yeah.
Dude, we would pay for lunch growing up. Like, whoever won the game would go. I never paid for lunch. Like, I literally was the best. So I'm like, well, let's play Madden. And then so I get to play Madden, and I'm like, you know, maybe I'll try money games. And then like I kind of like started watching Twitch. I started watching like Karma the Second, Vose, Ratatouille. Like, those are like my three. Like, those are like my 3 basically. And I was like, these guys are good. Like, I'm not beating these guys.
Yeah.
So then I was like, all right, well, like, what if I just started streaming like they did? I had a PS4. I was like, I'm already like, I need to figure out something to do when I get off work, or like now I don't have a job. So like, I live with my ex. I don't have a job. I'm like, what the.
You don't want to be sitting in watching TV with your ex, right? You got to do something you can do in your room.
I was like, I need to do something. So I plugged in. I went and bought a camera from, I don't know, just some like video game place. And it was fairly cheap. And then I texted a couple of my buddies. My buddy Kyle, like, he's the one who got me started on MUT in general. So I was like, hey, I'm about to start playing MUT on stream. And he was like, all right, well, I'll help you out. So, like, he came in the chat. I had, like, 3 of my friends. I said I need 3 people to get me affiliated. So I had 3 of my friends tap in every night. You know, Winders, Kirby, Kyle. Like, those are my 3. Like, Raid Boss, I don't know if he's ever been in your channel, but, like, that's
Raid Boss Overlord. Yeah.
And Dabsterfee, he's another one. Like, those are, like, my 3, you know, like,
those they got me.
Yep, we were hanging out with Nightbot, us 3, you know what I mean? Yeah. So then, like, they were just like, bro, you are hilarious. Like, you are just killing this. Like, we gotta figure out some way to, like, branch you out, kind of. And then I was just like, well, I need to do it myself. I was like, well, I need to start talking, because I never talked to nobody. You said it before stream. We were drop guys, right?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah. Exclamation point drops, just smash the keyboard, and then enter, and then sit for another 30 minutes and do it again. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, like, we were all just like, well, how about I start talking to people? So I was like, all right, so I started talking in Karmas and Rats. I didn't really talk too much in Vose just because he has a lot going on. So I just didn't really said that much. But smaller people that were like, actually, like, I could talk to them. And then, like, I started talking to DK, and DK was just super dope. Like, me and him just got all, like, you know, and then Fen. Those were like my people I kind of trickled through. And then DK hit me with a raid one night, and then Stoney hit me with a raid. It was like 2 back-to-back nights. I won't never forget those 2 nights either, because it was just like, after that, like, everything changed so quickly. It was wild. And, like,
100%.
That's pretty much it. So I was just, and then, like, the nights that I was, like, bored, and I was like, well, why don't I just boot up again? Like, so I started just booting up every night. I was like, why not? Like, you know, like, at first it was just kind of, like, to get away from, like, I didn't want to talk to my ex. I didn't want to worry. Like, I was looking for jobs, so I was like, well, this is just a good thing to do in the spare time. And
exactly.
Who knows, maybe I'll make a little money from it, right? But who knows?
Yeah. So, that's awesome, man. I think that's a pretty similar, like, origin story to, like, a lot of the way the guys started. Like, it starts off with your boys, and then it, you know, if you want to make it, you know, to the point where you're growing, you gotta kind of go outside of your own little group and take a chance and talk to some people out there, and it just like, but you know, like, Yimmy was saying this, like basically everybody I've said, they have those couple nights or those couple raids where they're just like those seminal kind of moments where it's just like, you know, you might get 1 follow every stream, and then all of a sudden you get 20 of them in one stream, and you get 40 of them, and then it's like, then the motivation starts coming too, like, man, maybe I could really do this. Because for you, like, your personality, like you said, like it's hilarious, it's likable, but like how do you get those people in your chat, right? Like you just got to get like that first impression, and that's the hardest part. And now you're kind of seeing, like, as somebody who's been doing it for a while now, like now you're kind of, I guess in Twitch years, you're kind of a veteran now, which is hilarious to think. But I mean, realistically, yeah, it's weird, right? But you've been doing it for how long has it been now? Like almost 2 years, like a year and a half, 2 years.
Yeah, it's like 16. I think we're 16 months or something in the channel now, like, or something like that. And like, and I still have. That's what I'm saying. I still have so many of my founder badges people tapping in. I'm just like, yeah, man, you guys are the best. Like,
yeah. And then that's it too. If you can, keep those original guys, that core group that kind of got you to affiliate in the first place, happy, and then also kind of, be well. I wouldn't say be welcoming, because a lot of people that come in on your late night streams, you don't have to be welcoming. You got a lot of trolls like coming in the late night hours, right? Like coming in on a big raid at like 3 a.m. I'm sure you get a couple degenerates coming into your chat too. But did you always stream like super late nights, or did you start off what time slot were you normally?
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying is, like, it's been a lot of hard work, like, because I didn't actually get laid. I started streaming, like, right about when I was about to get laid off, because I knew, like, just from talk around the warehouse, something might happen. So I was like, well, I got to figure out something to do.
Yeah.
So I was streaming, like, I got affiliated while I was still working, and, like, I was, like, what was I about to say?
Like you were saying, like, how you, what time slot you got into.
Okay, thank you. So, like, it was just, like, I would get off work, and then I would be like, well, there's nothing else to do. Like, I might as well, it's 9 o'clock at night. So I would, like I said, crack a couple beers, and it would be 9 to 10 o'clock, and, like, here I am, literally a year and a half later, 10:30 is when I boot up still. So nothing has changed, like, whatsoever. It's pretty much, it's been 8 to 9 to 10 o'clock, and I'm a nighttime guy. Like, I always have been. I've never been a morning person. Like we were saying, sports earlier, you had to wake up so early, and I was like, I hated doing that. So, like, I just kind of grooved into that slot, and then, like, it got really late for a while. Like, in the summertime, remember when you were free?
Yeah. That was when my hours were fucked up. Yeah, I was getting into your schedule a little bit. Yeah, for sure.
I was just like, what is Murph doing up? It's 1:30 in the morning, and I'm going live right now.
Summer vacation, man. Yeah.
So, like, my time's fluctuated a little bit, but, like, generally speaking, we got kind of back into, like, the sweet spot to where, like, I really like having my inner life friends in my chat. Like, it just, I don't know what it is about just, like, knowing I can talk. Like, you know what I mean? Those are the people that I can go and see and talk to. So, like,
exactly.
They would tell me all the time, they're like, dude, I'm so sorry that, like, I can't see your streams. I love that you're doing well, but, like, you go to bed. Like, they have 5 a.m. jobs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
that's true.
I'm over here thinking, like, you know what I want? These are the guys I want in my chat. I want everybody in my chat, right? That's you know, obviously, but, like, I want a couple people that I just get to say hi to every day just to see how they were doing. You know what I mean? Because I sleep all day, so I don't talk to them as much, or I don't hang out with them no more. So
that's like part of the work life Twitch balance, like that's hard. Like, especially with COVID too, where I think people got a little bit distanced from, like, their close friends. Like, for me personally, I had a whole bunch of really good friends. Like, when I was at college, I had, like, between 7 and 9 guys living with me at the same time in the house, and those are, like, my closest friends, my wedding party and whatnot, and I would see those guys all the time. And then COVID happened in Toronto, where I'm living, is, like, super locked down, so I didn't see those guys for, like, 2 years, and it's I would do such a good job of, like, staying in touch with, like, the Twitch community, because those are the guys that I could see every day, and sometimes, like, I see you on camera more than I see my best man at my wedding, face to face. So, but it's important to still, like, try to find ways to, like, not get isolated from that group, because those people are always going to be there for you, Twitch can be cyclical a little bit, there's people, that come and go, or people that, their life doesn't allow them to spend time on Twitch anymore, but it's cool when you can kind of marry those two things together and have, like, some of your IRL people in your stream, and then your people that become good friends through just talking every day on here.
Right. Yeah. I love hearing that from you too. Like, that's very relatable. You know what I mean? That's very relatable. I totally.
Oh, definitely.
The COVID thing, it just messed up. Like, you just don't see. Like, we're getting, honestly, I was horrible about that. That's a whole different story. But, like, I can see my friends a lot, but, like, that's what I'm saying. Lately, my shortest, those shortest we're going on stream is 6 hours. I'm tired. I was telling you before, I've just been so tired lately. So, like,
for sure. And we were talking too about, like, people talk about, like, seasonal affective disorder, not getting enough vitamin D. Like, I was feeling that, like, from my mental health, like we can talk a little bit about mental health, because that's, I think everybody has mental health regardless of whether you have mental illness. Like everyone has to deal with taking care of your mentals and whatnot, and giving yourself breaks when you need. But like when I was working from home for COVID, like when my teaching went virtual, it was easy. But I was like in front of a computer all day. I had no motivation to get outside and like walk and go get my lunch. You know, I was just like, I was in the house all the time, and I think that took a toll on me.
Out with your class, like with your class.
Oh yeah, I teach kindergarten too. It's fun. It's a fun job.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's what you do it for.
Yeah, it's not that it's not exhausting, but it's rewarding, and like I wasn't feeling the same rewarding like sitting in front of a Zoom classroom of 4-year-olds. Like I was like, this is not. They're not getting the same experience out of it. But
you aren't either.
No.
Like nobody. This isn't really. I mean, it's helping people, but it's not.
Yeah, it's not the same. The parents are still over their shoulder, like spoon feeding them everything they need. But it's like it's good to be able to kind of keep that work life balance. Have you ever felt like when you get really locked in and like have a great week of stream, like you'll stream almost every day. Like, do you feel like you ever need to just like pump the brakes and like take a day or take a few days to yourself? Like how do you go about doing that?
I let my friends. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I'm so locked in on the Twitch late. Like, I just kind of have been. I've been really driven with it, but they all get it. So they're all like, you found something that you love, and it's easy to do something you love doing, right?
100%. Yeah, definitely.
But at the same time, they're like, dude, hey, we miss you. Like, you still have, we still need you to come out to the bar here and there. So, like, I've been doing a decent job of, like, going before I boot up. Like, I'll go hang out with my buddies. I'm like, hey, man, I do got, and now they know, like, and they're super cool with it. So they'll be like, I'll get there and they'll be like, hey, what time you streaming tonight, bud? I'll be like, probably in like 4 or 5 hours. So we got some drinking to do,
Yeah,
and we'll
exactly.
we'll do our thing, and I'll boot up later, but
you'll already be nice and lathered up and ready to go, which is perfect. You got your pre-gaming in, and then you got 6 to 8 hours of hanging out with your Twitch crew.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
no, that's good, and it sounds like you're really like motivated right now, and like how much has your recent success, has that given you even more motivation to just keep going? Because your channel, like you did that 24-hour stream a week, 2 weeks ago, like it was not that long ago, right? It was a couple weeks ago. And that was crazy. The sub numbers are through the roof right now. Like, how much does that kind of validate that you're doing things the right way? Does it make you feel like you're kind of on the right track? Like,
yeah, it's been like the last. I think. Well, like I kind of bet like that's where it all migrates back to, like, I didn't have a job and I was kind of just like, all right, let's start streaming. A part of me was just like, well, dude, why don't you just invest in yourself? Like, see what you got. Because not to be. I don't want this to sound like arrogant, I guess, but like I think I'm all right. I'll be all right, So I was like, let's invest in myself and see what's going on. Yeah. So like, we started just locking in, and then like 6 months ago, I want to say, what was it, Mutt or Huddle GG or something posted something, and it was like the 5 most watched streamers of like the last month of Madden before the new one came out.
I saw that on Twitter. I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like 4th on there. Yeah. So then I was like, whoa. So like it was like Ragman, Dubby, G Maya, me, and Dally. And I was like, whoa, dude.
Just literally like everybody. Other than that, I don't really know Jemiah that well, but like that's like all the guys that I watch on there. Like you guys are grinders, like and that's wild. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, hold on a minute. So you're telling me like as long as I just keep my head down, and unfortunately enough, like. We love the game, we hate the game, right? Like I'm kind of past that point of like, I'm gonna play it anyway. So like, I'm gonna bitch and whine about it, but at the end of the day, we're gonna play it anyway. So
yeah, exactly. We'll buy it every year. We'll buy the full edition too, that costs like double the price, and we'll get the starter packs and all that.
I'm gonna rip the packs, and I'm gonna get a 67 overall. So whatever. But besides the point, I started watching like my number, like I try and say like don't look, don't cares about numbers, but that's bullshit. I don't. I'm sorry, but 100%. That's not the way. I'll never lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to anybody else. Like, no, you're looking at what's going on. Yeah. So like, you'd be averaging, 60, 65, 70 people because there's no one else on Madden. Yeah. Okay. Well, suck it up, dude. Like. Yeah. You don't want to play Madden. Well, it doesn't really matter. You're playing Madden.
But that small directory, like at that time of year, it needs people to go and stream Madden. There's like a need for it for sure. I find for myself the summers are the good months. The dead months are the good months when you're starting out. and obviously down the road, like I've noticed. I love what you said about the fact that like we all say don't look at the numbers. That comes up regularly. Like focus on the content, focus on doing your best, and being the most entertaining you can be. But like and for me personally, like I've taken off a lot of this stuff. Like the viewer ticker I took off. Like I used to have everything. I used to have all the stats were up on the screen. And then but then you go through like a quiet week or like a quiet 2 weeks, and you're like, oh god, I don't want to look at this shit. It's just making me a worse streamer. But at the same time, I think there's like wisdom in that. Like, don't look at the numbers until you're at the point where you need to look at the numbers. Like, I think where you're at right now, the numbers are important because you're looking a lot like a partner on Twitch right now. So now's the time to, you want it, you worked for it, and you're getting like so close. So I think, look at those numbers now and let it kind of drive you a little bit. You built something incredible. Like,
and that's so crazy. Isn't that why? Like, I was saying this the other day. Like, someone said, like, I love your community, and I thought to myself, for the first time ever, I was just like, damn, I kind of do got like a community, huh? Like, I kind of do got people that come through, and like, if we raid people and they need affiliated, like I've noticed, like I'm really good with that too. Is like I'll have. I mean, you might not have 150 people coming through necessarily, but you're going to have at least like 20, 30, 40, 50, however many people, like they're going to hang out all night long. Like if I'm regardless of what I'm doing, you know what I mean? So then I was just like, damn, I love y'all. I just tell them all the time. I tell my chat, I'm like, dude, thank you guys for just like being my friends, really. You know what I mean?
For sure. It's like, it's like, the sub numbers might not always be the same month to month, but like the regulars are the things that stay the same. And that's like, I look at it like in a month where it might be a down month with numbers. I'm like, well, you know what? Like these same, 15, 20 guys, I see them in the chat every single night. If I have to cancel a stream or not stream on a night, I'm getting Twitter messages like, where's the stream at? Like, the fact that people take time out of their day and they look forward to seeing you go live, that's pretty damn cool. Like that's something that I never would have imagined existed, like somewhere where I would have a channel where people want to see it, and you're probably feeling that same thing. Like people want to see NickOC go live.
It's wild, ain't it?
Yeah, man.
It's crazy. It fires me up. That's what I'm saying. So like people are like, well, the energy part of the streams are always just like good energy. How the hell can't you?
Yeah, exactly.
You got all you people, all you motherfuckers are fired up. You know what I mean? We're an hour into the stream. You guys are rocking. I can barely read my Go ahead. Good. I'm glad you guys are comfortable and you're rocking in here. That's what I want.
Yeah, absolutely. No, for sure. You kind of have that party vibe going in your stream, which is fun. Like I enjoy that too. Like I like watching guys like you, guys like Dally, who are like super like down to earth and like they definitely have a connection with their community where it seems like more like talking to friends than talking to strangers. Like that's something that I think with COVID too, I'm not gonna lie, like watching your stream reminded me of what it was like hanging out with my buddies that I couldn't see because of COVID. I was like, you know what, this feels like I'm chilling in the living room just like having a drink with like my close friends. And that's something that I I think a lot of people kind of missed. It's like simulated social interaction. Your stream does a good job of that. I know it sounds creepy and weird, but it's true.
Serious. No, it's 100. It's just funny because it's like that is what you got to. That's how you got to say it. Like that is what it is, and that's what I love it. Now that's what I want. Like that's my road. If that's how I carved out my role in the Madden community. Like I'm kind of the dude. Like you want to go have a beer and go watch the stream, or like like I said again earlier, you don't have to do that, right?
Yeah.
Like, but I mean, if you just want to come kick it and relax, then we're here.
Yeah, there's something for everybody. It's true. Like I'm watching it with my morning coffee. A lot of guys are like finishing off a 12 pack or whatever by the end of your stream, whereas I'm sitting there like literally just getting out of bed, having my first sip of coffee in the day. It's a very different vibe, but at the same time, it's just as enjoyable. And I've noticed too, like when you were doing your 24-hour stream, and also more like in recent weeks, you've been branching out from just playing Madden. Now, do you always see Madden being the primary game that you play? Like down the road, like what do you envision for the future for your stream game-wise?
Dude, we're rocking with Madden. Yeah. Like I said earlier, like I kind of already like accepted my fate on it, right? Like it's not fate, it's not that deep, but like it's just that. Yep, we're playing Madden. Like I love playing the other games, and like I think you said something earlier before we started. Like you took a day or two off or whatever. It felt good. Yeah, it feels great, right? Don't it? Yeah. Like when you play a new game for a little while. Like I've been playing like Far Cry and like play a little Fortnite with Spammy and I love doing that. But I think we'll always do Madden. And, like the game's just rough this year, so you gotta kind of fight the game along with like being happy.
100%. Yeah.
And I like to stream a long time, right? Like, 2 hours, 3 hours, and some people that's fine for them. That's not,
Yeah.
for me, I got to go 6, 7,
Exactly.
8. So if I'm not chilling with Madden, I was like, guys, like if you guys want, we're talking how the vibes are, right? Vibes
Yeah.
are good always. So like if we're trying to keep the vibes right, I can't keep losing to games like
Yeah.
this right now. Like,
Sometimes you have those days. I have them like,
yeah,
beginning of the year was like once every 2 weeks I'd have a day where it's like I can't get a fucking win no matter what I do. And then,
yeah,
lately it's been like I feel like, twice a week I have those days and I'm like, you know what? It's so for me it's rather than playing other games, I'm like, okay, I'm just going to stream shorter because the longer I go,
yeah.
the worse it gets. But for you as a full-time job, there's that pressure like you got to put the hours in like
Gotta do something.
got to keep those metrics up, and
Yeah.
that's something like everybody goes through challenges in the workplace. It's different with streaming too because it's all like public too. So when you're having like a bad day at work or like it's funny to think of Madden that way. But when you're having a bad day at work, it's like everybody's watching you have a bad day at work.
Yeah, it's
If I have a
crazy,
bad
ain't
day in
it?
my classroom, nobody knows. I'm just
No,
there by myself.
no. You go home and you let the wife know like
Exactly.
today was a little worse than other days, but like
Yeah.
here you're like, yeah, no, you just had like
Yeah.
30, 40, 50 people watch you like lose your mind real quick.
Yeah, and
So,
they're probably taking screenshots of you while you lose your mind too, and then posting it on Twitter as well.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Or making emotes out of it. But
Mhm.
yeah, I've noticed that. Yeah, I saw you playing some Fortnite with Spam, and I saw Seahawks and you guys playing on there, hopping on a Discord call. Like, so Madden will always be the home base. You're thinking like right now, because a lot of guys I've noticed in the directory kind of pivoting towards variety streaming a little bit. Like, is that it? Like,
That's cool. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, okay, so I said like if I do, like for the partner thing, I was like, next 24-hour we'll do is if I get partnered, I'll do a 24-hour like partner
Yeah.
stream. I was like, I'll lock it. That's fine.
Yeah.
But I was like, for even when we did the last, when we did the first one, they did the ladders, the MCS ladders,
Yeah.
and we're very fortunate to like, for some reason or rhyme or reason, like people, regardless of how competitive they are, they like to watch our channel, and we're lucky to have that, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Exactly. No, it's true.
so like I'll have Spam and Vose and Geezy and I'll have Tina, I'll have all these dudes come in
Yeah.
here and be like, hey man, did you watch me today? I'm like, actually yeah, like I did.
Yeah.
Like, why don't I stream this? Like this is perfect for the 24-hour.
Yeah.
So you throw them up for 6, 7, 8 hours. We played Madden for like 17 hours or 18 hours out of like the 24-hour stream.
That's demonic. That's impressive. That's
Yeah.
got to beat the longest streak that I've ever played Madden for.
Played.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I mean? Like, watched it.
Stayed in the
obviously,
Madden directory. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was
Yeah.
like, you know what? That's what it's all about. I want to, regardless of what I'm doing, I want to be in the Madden directory. Like, it doesn't
100%.
necessarily mean like playing Madden all the time, but like,
Yeah.
if I can manifest that like at nighttime, Nick's gonna be on
Yeah.
at nighttime doing something with Madden. That's pretty much what I want.
Yeah,
And then like,
for sure.
obviously those games that are the new games that come out, I'm gonna play them.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know if I've said this a billion times. Like that 24-hour, it's like like when you finally feel like you're good at your job.
Yeah, yeah.
Like that's kind of like the feeling I got. I was like, you're kind of good at you got kind of good at your job. You streamed
Yeah.
for 24 hours and you did that.
Yeah.
Like
Kept
A
the crowd
4-hour
in there.
stream.
Didn't
Yeah.
die on stream. Like that's impressive. Like
No.
that's a big feat. I haven't
me
even
feel
had the
good.
courage to do a 12-hour. 12 hours to me seems crazy. So 24 is just like next level. And no, you crushed it though. Like that was a big stream and definitely shows like what you're capable of. I think and definitely
Yeah.
helps with the partner push too.
Yeah, hell yeah, right.
Like how close are you feeling right now? Can you smell it at this point, or are you?
I don't know, Murph. I can't see. Like that's another thing is like, I'm looking right. I'm
Yeah,
looking,
yeah.
but I'm like, fuck, man. Like sometimes it's so good. It's 150 in there
Yeah,
for like
yeah.
5, 6 hours. Then
Yeah.
sometimes it's not, and it's
Yeah.
like, dude, honestly, you need to just not look like.
Yeah, yeah.
But
I know.
I can't help it, man. Like I'm at like it's like an average of like I don't know. I think we're averaging like 61 or 62 in like the past
Yeah.
month or two. So I'm like, dude, I am actually close,
Yeah.
kind of like.
No, yeah,
And I'd be
100%.
foolish with a check. What would I do with that? Like I don't even know. They'd be
Yeah.
like, you're getting rejected anyway, just because like I don't know, look at your past broadcasts.
Yeah, delete the VODs first. Yeah, delete the VODs first, and delete social media before you do your application. But honestly,
yeah.
like, it would be cool to even just click the button the first time. I think
Yeah.
once you get that first taste, and it's well deserved. But it's something you've been grinding for. So I'm sure you will get there. And I hope it's sooner rather than later. But
Right.
just keep doing what you're doing because obviously it's working, and
Yeah.
you are able to make it your full time job now, which is pretty damn cool. Like as a kid, like when you're talking about what jobs you want to have, it's like, oh yeah, I want to be a video game tester when I'm an adult. It's like that the game job doesn't exist, but like there are now jobs that exist that are like based around doing what you love and playing video games and like playing Madden. Like that's kind of wild.
Wild. It's
Yeah,
wild. I'm
yeah,
locked in. I love it. That's why I say I love it. Are you kidding me? Like,
yeah, yeah. And what about like from a competitive standpoint? So you're saying the game this year, you're on current gen now. Is that correct? You're on current gen?
is that what you call it now? Are you on old gen?
Oh, sorry. No. You're on next gen. That's what I meant to say. I call it what I play current gen. Yeah.
Okay. I was
Yeah.
gonna say like someone was disrespecting the current gen users the other day, saying, yeah, no, we gotta start calling it old gen. Next gen's not right. That's
Seriously though,
current
we
gen. I'm
should.
like,
The
hold on.
terminology
No,
drives
you're
me
coming
nuts. Yeah, but you're playing the next gen version of the game, next gen movement and all that stuff.
Xbox,
Like
yeah,
how
Xbox.
how bad is this game compared to like Madden 21 in your opinion?
I don't know. Like, like, for a guy like me, I like to just throw that. Like I just throw the ball up there, and I'm like,
Yeah.
you know what? He's 6'5". I'm gonna ag him anyway.
Yeah.
So like, I think it'd be cool to be competitive, and like honestly, like I was saying earlier, we're lucky we have competitive friends. So
Oh
like,
yeah.
it'd be cool to just try it out. But like
Yeah.
with my schedule and how I stream, like they start playing at like noon, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
no, that's the thing. Like the lab time for all these like demons that are out there is like your stream time basically. Like they're probably all
yeah.
labbing while they're watching you stream at the same time. So
hmm
it's something you'd have to figure out. But like have you thought about like ladders, MCS events, anything like that? Like for this Madden or like is
I
that
think it'd
something
be
you're looking
good.
into? Yeah,
Yeah, I think it'd be good for the channel, right? Like,
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
see how it hurt.
Like
It's
you're
not
a
like
freaking
anything really has
sweat.
changed.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
you're
Like,
already a weekend league sweat. Like you've been in top 100 before, and you're always getting like
we
you're
did
always getting a
bad.
solid win total.
Yeah, we did bad this weekend. I think we went 15-10 this weekend. But like, honestly, that's
Yeah,
because like we're at the point of Madden where like you do want it more than me. Like,
yeah,
if you can make it pretty apparent if you're like doing the most to like just you're like.
yeah,
I'm like we're chat guys, you know what I mean? We're
yeah.
chat. We love talking to our chat. So like,
Exactly.
yeah,
Yeah,
I want to win, but like I promise you that this chat right here is not here to watch me go 25-0. Like they're not gonna be disappointed if I if
hundred
I don't.
percent, 100%. Like like I remember I've been in your stream where you've matched up with some big names before too. Like even back when it was on current gen. So I think last
Yeah.
year you were on
hmm
current gen for at least part of it, and I remember
Oh
you
yeah.
matching up with 49er I think a couple times, right? Like
Yeah.
and those games are fun. Like chat gets into it. Chat
Yeah.
sees you playing a name that they recognize from Bot
Uh-huh.
Wars or from wherever, and it's
hmm
good content. But at the same time, you're right. Like you don't want to lock in at the expense of somebody coming in for the first time and you not seeing their message or not interacting at all with them. The
No.
chat is what makes it a job. The comp level you got to
hmm
be like in that upper. To make a living off of winning tournaments
Yeah.
is a fraction of a fraction of a fraction. But
And I know it now because
yeah,
I talk to them all the time. Like I
yeah,
talk like literally those are like the people I talk to the most are very good Madden players.
yeah,
And they're having fun, yeah, because like what else? I mean, it's great.
yeah,
It's great, but they're just playing the game all the time, Murph. Like you
yeah,
know what I mean? Like they literally it never stops. I'm over here
yeah,
like I want to go outside for a little bit.
yeah,
I want to go hang out with somebody or grill some food. Like I'm sorry, I'm not playing the game like that. And I don't think you have to, but
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. No, hundred
Like
percent. It's and one thing I was wondering too, like you're like fully locked in on the Twitch right now. Is part of you like wanting to go like full time streamer? Like, does that extend to like platforms like YouTube and stuff? Is that something you have any interest in at all? Like doing YouTube, doing TikTok? I know you have a TikTok as
they gave
well.
us clips back. They gave us clips back. So yeah, the TikTok's back now.
Oh
Actually,
yeah,
I gotta read down. They gave us. Did you have you noticed that
I
when
did
you
notice that. You click on it, it goes to like a full screen video. I'm like, what the hell is this
yeah.
shit? Yeah, I used to like
hmm
saving my clips so that I could like
yeah.
potentially add them to YouTube's down the road. And then I
Mine
was
would
kind of
even let
like,
me.
yeah, yeah. So you can download your clips again now on
Yeah.
Twitch. That must have been like the
So
last couple
here's how.
days. Yeah,
It was. It definitely was. So now, like, I was just now. That's actually. You just reminded me right now. Like,
yeah, yeah,
I gotta get all back in. The TikTok was easy. It would take
yeah.
literally like 10 minutes, and I got it figured out.
Oh yeah,
YouTube, like, I just gotta do like. It's not that hard. Like, I literally
no,
talked to Blit. There's plenty of YouTube editors that I've talked to
yeah,
that are like, dude, like, we can at least help you out, let you know what to do. Like,
Yeah.
So like we could like do a weekend league thing where it's just like
Yeah.
it's just 25 games a weekend league. I should do that, honestly. If that's what we're doing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It makes a lot
It
of sense.
it's tough though, and like for somebody like you, your personality shines through. That's what the kind of initial draw is. It's tough on YouTube because there's not people just stumbling across your channel. Like it's there's algorithms at play. There's mathematics happening behind the scenes. Like I don't understand YouTube. I'm gonna be fully admit.
So,
And I was telling you this in Discord, I think earlier. Like I don't ever expect to make a cent off of YouTube. For me, if you could though, that's that's the big show right there. But
absolutely.
yeah, yeah. But it's so for now, you're kind of like Twitch is the main thing. I mean,
Yeah, and then
Twitch is
TikTok's
the
back. Though. We're back. Like that's
yeah.
literally that just started happening to me like a couple days ago. So like right now, I gotta just like I gotta read down. I got upset. Like it made me pissy. I was just like, dude, come on. Like I'm over here trying to. Finally, I found something that I can expand the brand
Yeah,
from, besides Twitch, and now you guys are making it difficult because
exactly.
I don't know how to clip anything. So I was like, all
Yeah,
right, well,
I find like Streamladder. I don't know if you use Streamladder for your TikToks, but it's like it's getting better. Like where if you want to do the split screen, like it's getting
mhm,
like I noticed little updates every week. But yeah, like the actual Twitch interface was making it like super difficult to do all that stuff. I still don't know how to add text or sound to a TikTok, and I've been doing it for God knows how many months now, and I don't care to learn. I know I could have done a Google search, but I'm like, you know what? It's a lot. Like streaming takes a lot of time. The behind the
yeah,
scenes to prepare for a stream takes a lot of time. There's only so many hours in a day. I could use like a
uh-huh,
30-hour day, and I'd still have not enough time to get everything done that I want to get done.
yeah.
Um, that's why these podcasts are nice. I can just like kind of press record, snip off the beginning and the end, throw a stinger on there, and that's my YouTube for the week. And I feel like I've done something outside of Twitch.
No,
But
this is
it's
sweet. I love it. I really appreciate you bringing me on, dude.
yeah,
Like,
man. No, it's honestly it's been a blast, and like I knew it would be like super natural sitting down and having a conversation with
yeah.
you. I've never been to your home state. I've never been to Iowa before. I don't know anything about where you grew up, so it was nice to kind of like you know hear a little bit about your origins and what are like we talked about partners. Obviously, the goal for Twitch, like that's the next domino to fall
Sure,
for
yeah.
you. Yeah, what are some of your other goals like with content creation in general? Like have you thought like big picture? You know?
Yeah, I mean, I need to get right. Honestly, there's a lot of things like as far as growing it, we were talking like even your setup. Like I have a good setup, right? But it's not
Yeah,
great. Like I finally got my emotes done. Awesome. Shout out my
yeah,
guy
yeah.
Cuzzo. Did a great
Oh,
job on
Cuzzo
me.
does an amazing job, man. Graphics too. Cuzzo's like a freaking
Yeah.
demon when it comes to that.
Mhm.
Yeah, nice.
But like I still don't have like I don't have overlays no more. Like there's a
Yeah,
lot of things that, like I do bare bones and like I know it. I kind of just that's just why I do it. Like I just boot up though. It don't really matter.
yeah,
Like I want the setup. I like I said, we got to expand the brand a little bit. Like, come on,
yeah.
I got to do my due diligence a little more. Like, I feel like I'm not lazy, definitely not lazy, but at the same
No,
time, like, dude, you got to do a little bit extra if you want the extra at the same
yeah,
time. Like, you can't just expect shit out of nowhere. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So,
No, you're a hard worker, man. Like you said, like and I look at the Twitch metric sites and stuff too. I get, I try not to obsess over it. I'm not like refreshing the page
you
daily.
gotta look. You
Well,
gotta
maybe
look though.
sometimes I am. Maybe sometimes I am. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, we all do it. But I'm constantly seeing your name up there on that front page. Like that, and that's cool. Like that's something for me. Like I want to get on that front page, even if I
Yeah,
sneak onto the bottom. If I get in that 50
yeah.
for one stat, I'll be happy. But for
Yeah,
you,
there
like
were
it's
30,000
consistent.
profiles. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So yeah,
yeah.
that makes you feel good. You're top
Yeah,
50 out of 30,000 people.
exactly. When you put it that way, it's like, we constantly like measure our success by like, looking at the top guys that are,
Uh,
killing it every single month and, have sponsorships and have all this other crap going on for them. But like when you look at it like how big of a platform Twitch is to like have people know who you are and to have like built a following, like that's crazy. You're in the top percent of Twitch, right? I think CJ
yeah.
Sauce tweeted something out like that. He's like, if you have this many numbers, you're in the top. Like, you got to
Mhm.
put it in perspective sometimes. But
People on the internet don't tell you when you're doing good. Like literally,
no,
like in real life, you get a lot of more validation because your friends are like, "Good job, buddy." Like, "Good
yeah,
job." Like, I'm proud of you. How often do you get an "I'm proud of you" on Twitch?
yeah,
Like,
exactly, right?
just like let's just be honest. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like, no one's gonna tell you you're doing good. Half the time, different day, different story, but they're
yeah,
probably pissed about it in
yeah,
an extent. That so it's just kind
yeah,
of like one of those things. You just gotta like lock in yourself, and you gotta remind yourself somehow. So
yeah. No, for sure. And like one thing I was thinking about, you're talking about like your overlays and stuff. I think like the charm of your stream is like that it is like it is like a bare bones setup, and you're still killing it. Like, you don't need to have like a whole bunch of spinning icons and like flashy like $100 overlays to have a good stream. Like, bottom line, the product is the streamer. The game is shit. We all know that. Nobody's coming into, they might come in for the first time because they see Madden 22 in the title, but they're not going to come back a second time, because they can watch 30,000 other guys stream Madden, and they could watch a whole bunch of the guys play better Madden than we play. But like, they come in because they like what they see and they like the personality. And man, you've done a great job building that. For sure.
You too.
I'm proud of you. I'll say it right now. I'm proud of what you've accomplished. I think it's incredible, man. Because I know how hard it is. Yeah.
It is. It's crazy. Well, I don't know. It's just one of them things where it's just like you gotta just keep your head down at the same time, bro. Like, keep grinding.
Yeah, and the grind continues tonight. You got a stream coming up later on, so you're already pre-gamed and prepped for it. So you're gonna be streaming later on tonight as well.
Yeah, I should be. I don't know how long. I finished weekend league, like I said, so I'm just gonna be playing head to head. Just I don't know. Nice. I just got LeGarrette, but I just got like the new cards.
Yeah.
So did you get any? Did you get LeGarrette, or did you get any?
I picked up a couple of Harvest ones. Like, I didn't pick up any of the Legends this week. I know Seymour came out for the Raiders teams, right? I did get Reek. Yeah, Reek was nasty. Like, honestly, 98 speed. I'm running a Chiefs Niners team. Reek is finally usable. Like, this year it kind of sucked because I went Chiefs thinking that he was going to be so much faster. And then Jamar Chase was like the fastest guy in the game. I'm like, oh shit. Well, now I'm stuck with these Chiefs, and Mahomes is unusable at quarterback. I made that mistake. I tried him out for literally one game, sold him right back immediately. I knew that was going to not work out, but I picked up the Dion, the Debo Samuel goes crazy on my Niners Chiefs team. He's nuts, even though he has like no route running. I honestly the Harvest promo has been pretty solid so far. I'd say that new Camara looks crazy too.
I want to use him. I do want to use him.
I just don't have the coins. I don't know how people have all these coins, man. Like, are you big into like coin methods and stuff? Like, I know you're not a coin method dude. No, I'm sure you have guys that could hook you up.
Okay, I love them all, but I call them the card art guys. Like, I call them like the guys that you know what I mean. I just go out there and play the game, which to each his own. And I love them. Like, literally, I love everybody in the Madden. Whatever you got to do, you got to do. Like,
for sure.
But like for me, I don't. No, my whole team's donated. Shout out to my chat. Thank you guys. Like,
that's unreal, man.
I don't have. I mean, all of my receivers are donated. My running back got. I bought him, but it was donated. Like, I bought him through.
Yeah.
Like, so like I literally I don't think I haven't done any like. I did the original like first week the game came out. I would like do the little gap method. But other than that, like I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Like I literally, you know what I mean? Like I'll watch people and I still don't learn a lick. It's like one of them things where like you're choosing not to listen or something.
Yeah,
like,
and it does take time. Time is like the most valuable thing. Like when you're a streamer, it's like time is a finite resource. So it's like you can make coin off of it. Exactly. I play all the time too, and like if I'm off stream, like do you play Madden off stream at this point? You stream so long that it's like I wonder, do you play a lot of Madden off stream or not really?
No, I don't really even touch the game off stream, to be honest.
Yeah. I'm disgusting. I do play it off stream. I don't know why. I don't know what's wrong with me. I have a problem. You killed that.
No, it's
killed
okay.
that play. Yeah.
But it's just one of the, I don't know. Like I can't. I'll do like the challenges if I know a card's worth it or something. I'll do like the challenges on stream. Just like I used to do them on stream, but like lately I'm like, dude. To be fair, I don't even want to watch that. No. How can like I'm making my Noti gang and my loyal my loyal homies, like you guys are suffering watching me play these.
I'm pretty sure. Last Madden, like Madden 21 was I think the first Madden that I was live from the get-go. Like I was already streaming when the game came out. So last year was the first full Madden, and I'm pretty sure I streamed like challenges, solo battles the first week when it came out. And this year I was like, I can't do that anymore. It's like, there's too many people in here to do that. Maybe when it was at the grassroots level, but I was like, I'd rather play Mutt Draft, or at least like get some head-to-head in there so people can enjoy it, even before I had a team. But people, it is nice to have, you got the community where they'd watch you do anything, man. They'd watch paint dry, as long as you're sitting there talking to them,
Yeah, you learn a lot about your homies, huh? You learn a lot about your friends. You're like, I mean, I've ran base 17 times in a row and shoot clock this whole game, and you guys are still just that's moving. So you guys are here, but
100%, yeah. And tell me, so we're kind of like we've covered your origins, we covered kind of the goals you have for the stream, what you've kind of been able to build as far as the community goes. What are some of the memories that stand out to you? You mentioned a couple of the raids, the Stony 05 raid and the who was the other one? You said there were two big raids when you first started out.
DK was
with the raid. Yeah. What are some of your like your favorite memories from like the year and a half or 16 months or whatever that you've been streaming?
I mean, a lot of them will be. Some of them aren't even like. It's like when there's no one there sometimes. You know what I mean? It'll just be like we'll just be having a night and I win like the other night I think I won like there was 17, 18 games in a row where I'm just like winning and everybody in the chat is like not even saying shit because they're like, dude, what is going on? You guys, like I'm not like the best man, but I'll just go on like a tear. That was like what 3 months ago or so. That was the new Madden. Dude, that was the new Madden. I won like 16 in a row. Shit. That stream was lit.
You were on Belt Watch that week or that night, right? Yeah.
I was hammered. Like I was just like, what is going on right now? Like no, I couldn't. I was beating everybody. I won the 2 Super Bowls. Like so that was actually like a recent one. And then like back in the day, I guess I would say probably like this one's good. Like my first stream in like my new apartment was a funny one just because like I had my gaming laptop, which my buddy let me lend because he wanted, like, my whole thing getting to where I, like, onto, like, a PC was I hated playing music from, like, a speaker. Did you play music from a speaker?
I did. My wife hated it. She was like, what the fuck? Like, you got to turn down the music because then you're yelling over the speakers, too. And my wife gets migraines, too, so she hated that. Now I have AirPods in or headphones or whatever.
Exactly.
It makes a difference.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. So, like, you know, like, I got into the apartment and, like, my heat didn't work. So this was just like one of them streams where I was like, okay, well, my buddy's gaming laptop's going to explode. It's going to freeze to death. And like, I was going and like, I remember I got a big, I think it was like a G Maya raid that day. It was like the first day I moved into my, I had a huge trade. And I had a bunch of people in there. And I go, hold on, I go to the bathroom real quick.
Yeah.
So G Maya raid, you know, first time I ever raided, I go to the bathroom. I come back. And Millie, you know Millie, right?
Yeah, Kong 909 Von Millie, yeah.
They go, we all just heard you piss, like, literally clear as day. I'm like, you know, one of them things, it's a new apartment, I didn't know.
The acoustics, man.
Dude, I was like, God damn it. So then, like, I look down, and I'm like, you know, once again, we're fucking viewer watching, everybody's gonna be like, Jesus, Nick just looks at his viewers on stream. But so I go down there, and I look, and I'm like, dude, there's like 300 people left, because they just heard my piss stream.
That's
and I'm like,
hilarious.
you know, that's not my proudest moment on fucking Twitch here, but like, whatever.
Bro, that's incredible. Was it at least like a strong stream? Was it a strong jet? Because people are going to be judging you.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, well, there you go.
It was a daytime one because I just got internet, and I was fiending to boot up. Like, I took a week. The longest I've ever taken off of like a I told everybody I was going to take like a week off because it took me to move, but like.
Yeah. Moving sucks.
I haven't taken more than like 2
shit. Yeah, it's the worst thing in the world. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. So, like, I literally, the longest I've ever taken off was, like, 2 days. Like, 2 or 3 days in a row. So, like, I took, like, a week and a half off, and I was, like, fiending.
Yeah.
I was literally fiending. Like, I was
that's how you know you love it, though. Like, that's, I was talking to, I was talking to, who was it? Okay, I'm going off on a tangent here, but, like, it's true. Like, if I take off, like, a weekend, or if I go away for a weekend, and I'm off for 2 days, like, I'm thinking about it. Yeah, it's like we get a little bit obsessed about it, you know. Like, and it's I think it just means that we love what we do, you know. Like it's like I'll be checking Twitter, like I'll be refreshing Twitter if I'm away. Like I'm even when I'm going like to hang out with my boys that I haven't seen in a while, I'm still checking Discord, still checking Twitter. I want to stay on top of everything. It feels like you're away for an eternity, man. When you're away for just a couple days,
don't it though? It really does.
Yeah, you always worry that your chat's not going to be there when you get back, you know, if you don't stay plugged in. But chat's always there. They always come back, you know. But
honestly, most of them they're not bugging you, but they're over like, what are you doing? Like, how long? What's the internet looking like, Nick?
Yeah.
Like, okay, trust me, I can't force the guy to get here and turn on my internet. I promise you, if I could, I would.
Exactly.
That was wrong too.
How is the internet at your new place? Like is it solid?
Yeah, it's really good. My download's like 1,000, and then like my upload's like I think like 300 or 400 or something. It's stupid. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, mine was crap for a long time. Like, and I also had like an old ass PC that I was using at first, and you know that blew up eventually. So it forced me to kind of decide whether I wanted to invest. Yeah, that was so frustrating, man. Like tech issues are the worst part, man. That's the one thing. Like, in you know PS4 streams, there's no tech issues. You just go live and it's good to go. This thing, like you know, PS4s run like gold.
I know, it's crazy. I still got mine.
Yeah, 20 years from now, I could still boot up a stream on PS4. It'd be perfect. But
What the
PCs,
hell?
like, it's a whole different ball game, you know. And with the
Yeah.
internet too, it's like the biggest frustration. Like, there's so many guys out there.
Hmm.
Like in Canada, we only have fiber, like in a few places. You
Yeah.
know, we don't have
Yeah.
those fiber optic cables around here like you
Yeah.
guys do
Yeah.
down there. But
Yeah. We had a bunch of stuff here, definitely.
yeah,
For like being out in the middle. I live kind of out in the middle of nowhere too. Like
yeah,
it's like an apartment complex, but it's like pretty much in the middle of nowhere. So I was surprised like we get the speeds we get and shit out here.
yeah. Oh, that's solid. And so as far as like stream upgrades for you, like what would be the next things that you're looking to add to your stream, like, or to your setup? Like, or do you have a wish list of stuff that you're looking to get?
Yeah, dude, I need a monitor. Like I like my mom gave me an old monitor because like one of them crapped out on me. So like I went through like a migrate. I've literally only had one actual computer monitor like since I've started streaming. I have
Yeah,
one actual one. The other one
yeah,
was like
yeah.
a TV. I bought
Yep.
my TV from my graduation money in high school, and I
Nice.
used that one. I put that one up for like the first 2 or 3 months I lived in my new apartment, and then that one went out like literally just blew up in the middle of the stream. I was like,
Oh
well,
Jesus,
boys, we
yeah.
just lost that one. So like we need. I was talking about getting a monitor. You know, we need three of them. I need two
Yeah,
of them. Honestly, at this
yeah.
point, like I'm over
Such an
here
upgrade.
watching us off my Xbox right now because I can't pull it up on my other monitor. So
Yeah,
I'd say
yeah.
monitor, and then I don't know. Like I think a mic would be cool. Like a new mic would be sweet, and then just do like a giveaway for my old one or something.
Yeah, yeah. It's always good to pay it forward. I got my first mic from CJ Sauce, gave it away, and I happened to win that one. And that it was the same day that my wife bought me like an old computer that I could use to stream. So I
Yeah,
was like, I went from having the PS4 to having like a makeshift kind of setup. But it's
yeah.
true. It's like you always see these toys out there, and you want to like upgrade the stream setup. But at the same time, it's an investment too. Like
Hmm.
you got to make sure that you're in it for the long haul. There's a lot of people who go out there, buy the best setups, and then they stream for a month and realize it's not for them. You got to make sure
Yeah.
that you're locked in before you go and
Well,
break the
we
bank
did
for
it kind
sure.
of ass backwards. We kind of did it. You know what I mean? Like we're kind of
Yeah,
like, oh, this actually is. We're kind of catching. We catching a little steam here. Maybe
yeah,
we do need to do a little upgrade, and like it
yeah,
helps everybody
exactly.
out. So.
For sure, and it's good too. It's not even like upgrades don't always result in like better numbers or even like but like it doesn't. It's not like you buy a better mic or a better camera. 90%
Right.
of people aren't going to notice the difference, but like if you take pride in what
No.
you do too, you want to put out something better for your own sake. So you
Yeah,
can be
you want
proud
it
of
to
what you
sound
do.
better.
Yeah,
Hmm.
for sure. No, like nobody wants to see me in 4K though. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm happy to have the grainy camera for a little while. I thought I looked way better on my PS4 camera, to be honest. I was like,
Yeah.
damn, I kind of like the way this cutout looks. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh, dude,
It,
I told you, Vose helped me on my camera the other day, and I was like, I
yeah,
got it into like the 1080p or whatever. I'm like, holy shit. Maybe we didn't need this good
yeah,
of quality here. Like you guys are
yeah,
seeing like the bags in them. I haven't slept in days now.
yeah. We can count your pores and all that. It's
Yeah,
perfect.
like
Yeah.
come on, man.
Yeah, but Nick, man, it's been awesome, like sitting down, getting to know a little bit more about you. You're like super genuine dude, like great streamer, amazing at what you do. Like I'm really keeping my fingers crossed that like that partner check mark comes your way sooner rather than later, and it's amazing to see like the success that you've had on your channel, man. I'm like, I'm very lucky to have you come onto my podcast. It
Oh,
was
I'm
a no
lucky to have
brainer,
you.
but yeah,
Hell yeah, I
yeah, I
love it.
appreciate you taking time out of your Sunday. You